I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. So, busy season going on. We'll talk a little bit all about it. Of course, for those who don't know, you tell us how you caught the racing bug, Gio.
Well, I'm originally from Seekonk, Massachusetts, and I went over to the Seekonk Speedway one night with my mom and my uncle, and I think it was a Saturday night. We were watching some late models, and they had a Bandolero car on display, and they were promoting the series because it was just getting started up. I think it was their first year having Bandolero cars there at the Speedway, and I just kind of fell in love with the sport and really had a great time that night watching the late models race. And I asked my mom if I could go and get one of those Bandolero cars and try to start racing. I think I was 10 or 11 at the time, and they said you had to be, I think, 8 years old to start. And she said no. She said it was too dangerous. She didn't want me doing it. And then I went and asked my dad, and he said it sounded like a cool idea and something fun. So we went and got a car and started from there.
Talk to us a little bit about Seekonk Speedway and what it means to you.
Yeah, it's an awesome short track. Obviously, in New England, it's probably the biggest, most popular short track around. They do a great job, and it means a lot to me to kind of start off my career at Seekonk Speedway and work my way up. And now, obviously, I'm in the truck series, but not many people from Massachusetts or Rhode Island have made it very far in racing. So it's just kind of cool to be where I am and have the opportunities that I've had, and still get to go and hang out around Seekonk when I'm home, and have some friends who compete on the local races on Saturday night.
Gio, looking forward to this weekend in Lime Rock. How do we feel about our road course racing ability, and what is your past in road course racing, if there really is any?
I feel good about it. I really don't have a ton of road course experience, but I just left a 3.5-hour sim session, and we were working on some stuff for the track there, and I felt pretty good about it. I actually have been to Lime Rock before in a TA2 car. Like I said, I got very little road course experience, but I've done about 6 TA2 races. So I've been to Watkins Glen, Lime Rock, and a couple other tracks, and ran fairly decent, but I think it's definitely good to have some seat time already at Lime Rock. The truck series has never been there before, so definitely happy about that.
So let's talk a little bit about the 2025 season. And you started the season in your rookie campaign with a runner-up at Daytona. Talk to us a little bit about coming out of the gate strong like that, and what it meant to you to get your, so far, season career best finish in the truck series.
Yeah, it was definitely a good start to our year. Good for points, and just overall for the team to have a good start like that is great to build momentum off of, and just kind of get the season rolling. Obviously, we just came off of a long stretch there, racing pretty much every weekend. So it's been a grind all year, and I think we've had really fast trucks and been up front a lot. Been on the front row for a couple races and in the final restarts, and had chances to compete for the win. So just gotta close one out. There's so much that goes into it, and it's definitely a lot of tough competition in the truck series.
Hi, Joe. This is Jim. I just want to, first of all, I know how old you are, but tell our audience, how old are you?
I'm 18 years old.
18 years old, and you are racing in one of the top NASCAR series in the country, and you're from Massachusetts. That's a pretty impressive accomplishment in such a short time in your life. Obviously, your family's behind it. You said earlier about, not like you said, not many drivers from Massachusetts or Seekonk go too far in NASCAR, but the last driver who raced at your home track where you started, Ron Bouchard, who was once the 4-time track champion, he and he won at Talladega in 1981, probably one of the closest finishes, beating Darrell Waltrip and Terry Labonte. So who knows? We may be interviewing you someday. You may very well could be the next driver from Massachusetts who win a NASCAR Cup Series win, and would be kind of cool if you could do that at Talladega, and then we can interview you then.
Yeah, for sure. It'd be cool to do it at any track if you ask me, but just gotta get there first. That's the hard part.
So you had your first pole of the season at Charlotte 2 this year, Gio, and a 4th place at Kansas. Talk to us about a little bit of the consistency getting into the groove this season as we get into the summer months.
Yeah, for sure. I think we've been somewhat consistent, throughout the top 10 and top 15 this year. It's just super, like I said, there's so much competition in the truck series, and you got to be on your game, especially for me. I really haven't been to any of these racetracks before, and it's kind of my first time around. And when we get there, we only get about 30 minutes of practice for most of these tracks. So just trying to get up to speed as quickly as I can and study during the week to prepare myself the best I can. And when I get to the track, just knowing what I need in the truck to have a good balance for the race and making sure my driving's on point and I know how I need to approach the racetrack.
I'm going to assume this is your first experience of being on a team that fields 5 cars or trucks, matter of fact, each week. Is having that many teammates throughout the organization harder to spread the wealth, or is the mass amount of information from multiple teams actually a benefit to each organization?
I think it's good. I mean, there's definitely a lot of information to lean on from the teammates that I have. Obviously, the one truck is an all-star truck and has a different driver in it every week, so I think that's pretty cool to have a different teammate in that truck every week. Sometimes it'll be Brennan Jones or William Sawalich. So that's kind of cool, and having a guy from Xfinity come down and race, I think is a good tool also. So I like having the teammates, and I think they're great resources.
So another home track, you could say, for you is New Hampshire Motor Speedway, of course, on the Truck Series side of things. Going back to New Hampshire for the first time in a few years for the Truck Series, what are you looking forward to about running up at New Hampshire in September?
Yeah, I'm super excited for that one. It's close to home, so I'll have a lot of my family members there, and that'll be cool for them to come out and get to watch me race. But the track itself, I think, is awesome. I've always wanted to race there. I raced the Bandolero car there years ago on the small oval. That was in turns 1 and 2, but it'll be pretty cool to be there on the big track for once. And I think that we'll have a really fast truck again and should have a really good chance to run up front and compete for the win. I've raced at Milwaukee, which is a similar style track. So I think that even though I haven't been to New Hampshire before on the big oval, I'll have some similar experience from Milwaukee.
For your ARCA debut a handful of years ago, I know it was kind of an unexpected start, but you ran very well, had a good qualifying session. How much did that event really be a confidence boost towards you going through a full seasons in ARCA and then up into the Truck Series now full time? What was that event like, and how did it really fuel you to be where you are today?
Yeah, definitely good to get some experience in the ARCA car last year. I felt like got onto some of the bigger tracks that I hadn't been to before. Obviously, racing super late models, you don't really go anywhere that's bigger than a mile. So it was good to get out at Kansas and some of the bigger tracks there to get some seat time before I moved up into the Truck Series. But I felt like I had a great experience with that last year and definitely learned a ton.
Talk to us a little bit about the rest of the season, what you're looking forward to, and what the ultimate goals are for you here in 2025.
Yeah, I'm just definitely looking forward to these races I got coming up. We raced this weekend in Lime Rock Park, Connecticut, and we're off for a couple weekends after that. I think our next race after that is IRP, which will be another short track. So I'm just looking forward to these last races of the season here, and having another chance every weekend to go out there and try and win. That's really my goal for the rest of the year, is just to win and try and get in the playoffs.
You as a racer, where do you think that win could come this season if when it does?
I think, like I said earlier, I haven't really been to a lot of these tracks, so I'm not really sure. I've been to IRP before in the ARCA car. I got some experience there and Lime Rock as well, but I think we'll be strong at all of them. So just got to execute, have good strategy, no mistakes, and be there at the end of the race and kind of put yourself in the position to win. Hopefully have a good race play out for us soon.
Talk to us about the sponsors on the truck this season for you.
Yeah, I got First Auto Group that's been supporting me since I started, and I have Toyota and JBL as well as my partners on the truck this year. So excited about that and love having my partners on board.
Well, hopefully we'll talk to you on the show here when that first win comes this season. And as always, pleasure to have you on tonight here. Gio Ruggiero joining us, driver of the number 17 for Tricon Garage in the Craftsman Truck Series. Gio, appreciate the time.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me on.